Monshire digger here. Started off the morning at -2. I think we're up to 10 degrees already. It was -2 a couple hours ago. Gonna go to an antique show, look for some bottles, bang around some antique shops. Keep you posted, see what I find. Well, I just got out of the indoor flea market, and I couldn't do much videoing inside. They weren't comfortable with the videoing, but I did take some pictures. I'm back in the car. I finally got out of there. I spent a little bit of money in there, but I got quite a, sorry about that, got quite a box full of stuff, including this one, this Moxie with the paper label on it. But what drew me to this bottle is the way the Moxie's embossed. Here's the label. I'm sorry if it's not a great picture. I've seen the label before, but it really what attracted me to this bottle was the embossing for a crown top. Moxie on the back. This is kind of like embossing you would normally see like on an 1800s bottle, but it does have the crown top. Again, I apologize if the picture's not very good. I'm in the car, but it's pretty cool. And I got several other bottles in there, including some trade cards for old bottles. Paid a little bit of money. I think I just dropped 70 or 80 bucks in there, but they got some good stuff, which I can't wait to show you later. Monshire digger signing out. Just drove about 50 miles to the north. I'm still in Vermont. Shortly I'll be going into New Hampshire. I want to check out one place that sometimes has good high-end bottles. We'll find out. I'm getting tired of driving, but what else am I going to do with winter time and the ground frozen? I'll be back to you in a few. This one's cool. I really like this. It's got a ground top, but way too much. Although I've never seen one before this. These are pretty cool. Little toy candy dishes. Not dishes, but glass candy toys. Used to be filled with candy, some of them. Candy containers. Tank. You find these digging once in a while. I don't think I'm interested in them. They're about $15 a piece. Some bottles in here. That's some kind of flesh-eating food. Pascola with a label. They're asking $65 for that. 3-piece mold stuff. Interesting. There's sloppy gin, old. That's what I'm talking about. Love to dig up some of these. Probably about 30-40 bucks on some of them a piece. These creepy doll heads. Gotta love them. Well, we're finally into New Hampshire. We've been on the road for quite a while. Been gone since 9 a.m. But let's see if our luck changes. This is probably going to be the last stop for me. Out in New Hampshire. I'm going to get out. I can't show you a picture of the place right now, but I'm going to go in and look around and see if we can find some stuff. It's crunch time. Just got the price on these two down. It's only 20% off here, but got a little more. This one was 85 and that one was 90. For 125 for the pair. This one has a little bit, just tiny bit of lip chip, but I really love this bottle. I don't know, what do you guys think? Probably gonna end up doing it. I did once. Stoddard. Amazing. Untitled Digger here again. I'm gonna do the wrap up for today on these guys. My purchases from the antique show slash various antique shops. I think I went to, what did I go to? One indoor market, antiques market, 1, 2, 3 antique stores, about, who knows, maybe 60 to 70 miles apart, just to find the best deals. And without further ado, let's get that started. Okay guys, this is the first set of bottles that I bought, and this set, I think, what is there, 2, 3, 6, 9 of them. I think I got these for $35. I figured it'd be more interesting I tell you what I paid, just to get an analogy what I go after and how much I usually end up paying. But it's a nice little selection of bottles. This one's my favorite of the group. How well you can see that. This is a Dr. Pierce's anuric. It's the shape of a kidney around the anuric. Tablets for kidneys and backaches. It's kind of got a green tint. I love this bottle. I've seen it before, usually for too much money. It's got a little rough edge, but I love that bottle. And my second favorite bottle in the group, almost tied for first, is this pharmacy bottle with the mortar and pestle. This one's based out of New York, Westport, and it's in beautiful condition. And this is kind of interesting. This boarding antiseptic with the label. Another one based out of New York. Front and back label. And this one's just a Lions periodic drop. This one's out of Ohio. I don't have a lot of Ohio bottles, so I pick them up when I can. And you're pretty all familiar with the poison bottle. I don't think I have to show you the triangular poison. This, of course, is a sample Dr. Kilmer's, and I probably have tons of these, but if you look at the condition, it's just beautiful. And for the price, you know, I can sell some of my less conditioned stuff, you know, and keep, you know, and upgrade some of my other ones. Let's see here. This is a shaker fluid, upside down. Extract Valerina. Well, I don't know how you pronounce that, but I don't know. I like the shaker bottles. You don't see them every day. And this one, of course, is a nice cobalt blue, and it's a small size Sawyer's. I've seen these before, and I probably own some, but don't see them every day. So that's always a nice display bottle. And then last but not least, we have a Nervine and bone liniment. I really like my medicine bottles, and quack medicines and pharmacies are my favorite. But anyways, that's the first batch. And I'll get on to the second one. Okay. Round two. All these items I'm showing you right now were bought at the First Place indoor antique market. Okay, so these three right here I bought from this other guy, and I paid $30 for these three. Okay, this is the first one that drew me in because, again, I'm a pharmacy guy. This was a Vermont one, St. Johnsbury, Vermont. C.C. Bingham Pharmacist. And it's in great shape. So I buy those all day long, every day. In that condition, especially stuff that I don't have a lot of. The next item is also a Vermont bottle. It's the best way to get that in there. Orange Delight. ACL. Which is a painted label or applied label from Montpelier, Vermont. And I've never really seen, I might have seen this bottle before. I might have dug one in bad shape. But that bottle, I enjoy that bottle. Something I don't have, that'll go on my shelf with my other soda bottles. And last but not least, this monster. Now, this one has a label on it. Moxie, obviously. And I guess the original owner just had this wrapped up. The label is on it. I just left the wrapping on just so it doesn't get dusty. But this is the big block embossing, which I never really seen before today. And it has the big bossing there. And it is a crown top. And I'm pretty sure it's definitely blown. You can see the air bubbles rather. And the label is really in good shape. And I think it says Boston and New York. So I guess those were where you could, either where they made that or where they distributed it. Moxie on the back, large block prints, and the same on the back over the top. You can barely see that, I know. But that embossing is why I bought that bottle. I didn't have any like this. They were crowned. So, this bottle was like 20, and the other two, he did 30 for all three, which I was very happy with. This I bought, I think I paid $5 from it, same place, different dealer. This is a medicine bottle, and it's Hartman's with a phone number of 20311. I'm assuming this is a Vermont bottle, but I haven't researched it yet. And corks in it. Obviously it's newer. I'm thinking probably 1920s or 30s, but good enough for me. You dig these, they're usually pretty rough on the lettering and stuff. This one's just dirty on the inside. It's not actually the lettering. It's dirty. And one last thing that I purchased there, and I'm just kind of a sucker for anything for some reason my phone stopped. The camera stopped right when I was showing these. So this is the Providence, Rhode Island. This is a sewing machine company trade card, which is probably one of the only non-bottle ones I have. It's just amazing color that I love. This is Cure Your Bunions, Corn Killer and Sheller. The kid's on a donkey or something. If you look on the back, no cure, no pay. Discovered at last. Guaranteed. Concord, this is New Hampshire one. I didn't even realize that. Concord, New Hampshire. A positive cure. The Alden Fruit Vinegar Company. So, maybe vinegar works on corns. I don't know. It's guaranteeing it. This is a Pond's extract, vegetable pain destroyer. Never sold and measure. It's on every wrapper. What's on back? Pond's extract. Every mother should have it. Price 50 cents, $1, $1.75. I love this stuff. It's just so interesting to see what stuff sold for and how it was advertised back in the day. This is a hair renewer, Hall's hair renewer. Prevents gray hairs and baldness. So maybe I should have used this before I turn gray. Hall's hair renewer. Buckingham's Dye for the Whiskers is also, we're very familiar with that one. We dig a lot of the whisker dye bottles. Nashua, New Hampshire. So these are all basically New Hampshire ones, so very happy about that. I got these for $10. I got a book of them and enjoy looking through them. So now, okay, we're going to go on to the last, but not the least, bottles I bought. So, guys, the following two big places I went to, antique shops, were a bust. I find a lot of bottles at this place normally, but I've hit them a couple times, so I'm gonna have to give them a couple months to restock up. These are the two bottles that I've been wanting for a very long time, and I found them at affordable prices. Let's start with this one. That's the Pikes Peak bottle. The hobo on one side. And of course my favorite part of the bottle is that eagle. That eagle with the shield. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I hope you can see it well enough. And this is another flask. These are historical type flasks. I don't know a lot about these bottles. I fell in love when I saw them a couple weeks ago, and the love grew stronger until I got the money to buy them. So I half-heartedly bought them, not knowing exactly. I mean, I knew something about the Pikes Peak bottle, but this one I didn't. This one is kind of on a whim, but it's got the shield with the handshake. They're not ponceled. And then that on the back, I just absolutely love that. I usually wouldn't buy bottles like these unless they were, really green. Oh, pardon me. Unless they were really green or something other than. This one's kind of green now, and this one's kind of blue. I usually don't buy flask or spend any kind of money on them. But I'm in love with this. The Pikes Peak has got a little bit of rough edge on the lip, so I know that affects the value. I talked them down considerably on these. Well, actually, let's say this. They were on sale 20% off, and I got a little more. I ended up getting these two for $1.25. Maybe you guys are thinking I'm crazy or foolish. Maybe some of you know something about these bottles and you can comment. But I figure you only live once. So many times I've gone back 2 or 3 times, reluctant to not buy them, and eventually they get sold. So I do know my bottles pretty well. But these are a little bit out of my category. But I had to have them. Well, that's it, guys. Tell me your comments. Do you like these kind of videos where I share a little bit of what I buy or collect? Or is this, would you rather see something different? I mean, obviously I'm going to do different videos on cleanings, and there'll be some detecting videos, but just trying to get a feel for my subscribers, and I want more subscribers as well. I'm working hard at this. If you can comment, like, subscribe, I would appreciate it. Happy holidays.